Oh, really? That would be weird. Okay. 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 This is what you learned yesterday. How to do trig ratios with coordinates. And we drew it, and we all figured it out, and everybody said they understood it. Were they liars? Everyone is good? So if you have coordinates, you know the opposite and the adjacent are from the coordinates, and the radius is the square root of the opposite plus the adjacent, right? Just like it is in regular trig, yeah? You weren't here yesterday. Did you watch the video? Well then, you're going to be in a bit of trouble, aren't you? No, you'll be fine. This is basically what we learned. If you trust me, then follow along. If you need to know why this works, watch the video. Okay? So, I'm going to bring this, and I'm going to write it down here. Sine equals y over r. Cos equals x over r. And tan equals y over x. Now, all that is O and H, A and H, and O and A, right? So, here is point P. I'm only going to draw... Actually, I lie. I'm not going to draw that one because that's a bad one. This is x, this is y. So it shouldn't be a problem here, should it? The sine is y over r, right? So before I can do r, I should check it, yeah? R is the square root of x squared plus y squared. What's the square root of x squared? X. So what is it? 4 plus square root of y squared. 0. So what's 4 plus 0? Okay. So the radius is 4. Agreed? All right. So now the sine is y over r. What's y? 0. What's r? 4. So what's the sine of this angle? 0. Everything cool? Now most of you are being, what the heck? How do you have a sine of 0? Trust me. Ah! How did that happen? I just want to move it over this way. Come on! There we go. Sine cos. What's the cos? Cos is x over r. We know r is 4, so it's 4 over 4, yes? Which equals 1. You guys finish that, write tan, and then sketch that angle, and you'll see what I mean while I wait for my computer to do what it is supposed to do. So we could be here all night. All right, so cos is 4 over 4, which equals 1. And tan is 4 over 0, because it's y over x, which is undefined, right? Now, if we sketch it, what do we find? I heard somebody say it already. Where is 4, 0? Right here, yes? That's the terminal arm, yes? Which means this is what angle? It's a line. It's nothing, right? That's why this works. Because if we were to find the sine of a flat line, what's a flat line? What's a flat line? 180 degrees or 0 degrees or 360 degrees, right? Check it with your calculator. What is the sine of 180? Even though you know it, you're looking at it right here. What is the sine of 180? 0, just like we knew it to be, right? Okay, this one. X, Y. So sine equals, what's the radius? 3, right? Because it's the square root of x squared plus y squared. So it's 3 plus 0, correct? Okay, so the sine is y over r. 3 over 3, which is what? 1. The cos is x over r, which is 0 over 3, which is 0. And the tan is y over x, 3 over 0, which is what? Undefined. Now draw that one. Where is 0, 3? Right there, correct? So that makes a 90-degree angle. We know all of that to be true of 90 degrees, right? What's this one going to be? What's my r? It's pretty easy. Of course it's 5. So sine is 0, because it's y over r. Cos is negative 1, and tan is y over x, 0. What about this one? What's the r? Please tell me you're seeing the pattern. 2, lovely. What's the sine? Negative 1. What's the cos? 0. What's the tan? Undefined. Oh, yay! Because what's this guy? Negative 5, 0. Oops. Yep. Another 180 degreeer, right? What's this guy? Down there. So it's around to that, up to that, and nowhere. Is everybody cool with the easy ones? What we call the cardinal ones, because they're at 90, 180, 270, and 0. Everyone's cool with that, right? You all understand why it works. Yes? Why it is y and x and r. Everyone's good with that? Okay. Let's see what happens when it's not a perfect one. So, look at this next question. Now, let's think about this. We have negative 4 and 11. So we have an x and a y, don't we? Right? And we can find the r, yes? But we're not going to find the r yet. We're going to sketch it so we can see. All right? If I sketch this, where is negative 4, 11? Which quadrant? Second quadrant. Negative 4 minus 4 and up 11. Everybody agrees? So this is what we are working with, yeah? Now, you guys are smart kids. I want the sine, cos, and tan of that. Yeah? So the sine, how am I going to find my r? I need this, don't I? What is it? Square root of what? X squared plus y squared. So that's 121 plus 16, which is the square root of 137. Everybody cool with that? Grade 8 Pythagoras, yes? Okay, so now we know our r. Do I now know all three trig ratios? Right, we do, because sine equals y over r. What's my y value? 11. What's my r? Root 137. That's a positive number, yes? Should signs be positive in this quadrant? C-A-S-T. Is that the sign positive quadrant? Yep. So are we right? Yep. What's cos? X over r. What's my x value? -4 over root 137. Right? That's a negative value. Should cos be negative here? Yeah, so we're still right. And tan is y over x. 11 over -4. Still negative, and we're right. Is everybody good? Have we answered the question? No, not totally. We have the three trig ratios. Now we have to find the actual angle. What do we use to find an angle? Shift tan or tan? Shift tan. Which of the, or shift sine or shift cos, obviously. Why did I say shift tan this time? Tan's a lot prettier to work with than these guys, isn't it? So we're going to use tan. Could we use all three? Of course we could. Here's what's going to happen. Something weird is going to happen here. Do it. What is shift tan of -11/4? Or 11 over -4. It's the same thing. What happened? You got -70. What? That makes no sense at all, does it? Look at the drawing and think about it. Where was the 11 and 4? Right here, yes? So where's the 90? Right here, yes? Tan is opposite and adjacent, yes? So there's my opposite, there's my adjacent, yes? So the 70 must be where? Right here. Understand? And since it's -70, do I go clockwise or counterclockwise? For my clockwise. So this is 70. So what is this? 110. Because this gets me my reference angle. And what's the reference angle, Tavleen? Yeah, the reference angle is 70, so the theta is 110, because we start counting from 0. Everybody understand? Okay, Emma, that was like the whole lesson from yesterday in one question. You cool? All right, everyone is good? All right, you guys try number 3. Sketch it first. I'll do the sketch with you, and then we'll go from there. 4, -3. Where's that? Right out here, yes? Right? 4, -3. Which means where's theta? It's way out here, right? And when we do our math, what angle are we going to get when we do it? We're going to get this red theta in here, aren't we? So how are we going to find big theta? I'm leaving it at that. That's what you got to figure out. Okay? So you're going to need to do a few bits of math to do this. What's the first thing? Keep working, but would anyone like to offer what they did first? What'd you do first, Max?
I found the radius.
You found r. Excellent. R is the square root of what?
4 9 plus 16 or 4 squared plus minus 3 squared.
Oops, not minus, plus. So r was what? Square root of 25. Right? R was 5. So now you know everything, yes? What was theta? Right? But it's not. That's theta of what? That's theta of our reference. So what's theta really? 360 minus 37, yes? To get 323. Can everybody do that and understand why it is 323? Tavleen. Okay, the reference, the angle you want always starts at 0 and goes counterclockwise. The reference is what lies in between your terminal arm and your x-axis. This will always find you the reference. Okay? Yep. Everybody cool? It's nothing new, right? It's just taking the same triangle. Like if I drew you this triangle and told you it was 3, 4, and you knew that was 5, you could do it, right? It's the same thing. Except now it lives on here. Right? It's the exact same thing you've already done. It just lives on a different spot. Priyanka. No, because tan is opposite over adjacent. Everybody cool? Okay. Look at the next one. Okay, this one's a little bit different, right? It says sketch it and determine the value of the angle. So let's sketch it. The terminal arm lies in quadrant 2. Where's quadrant 2? Right here, right? Since it's a sketch, does it matter where I draw it? Does it matter where I draw it? No, I'm just going to fire it out here into quadrant 2. Oop, I don't want to use red. There's my angle, yes? Does everyone agree with that? Okay, now what do we know about that angle? We know it's tan, right? And what is tan? Y over x, correct? Right? So, since it's negative, either y or x has to be negative, doesn't it? Well, look at the drawing. Which one is the negative? It's the x, isn't it? Because I went out here, -5, and I went up 9. Everyone got it? Okay. Does that give me my theta yet? What finds me a theta? Tan or shift tan? Shift tan. So I need to shift tan -9/5. What will that give me on my calculator? -61, yes? So where is that -61? It has to be right here, yes? Negative goes what direction? Clockwise. So I go to my reference angle, always. I went that way, 61. Which means, what is my theta? No. 119. Because it is 180 minus my reference. I don't know either. Is everybody okay with this? All right, now listen to me. I'm giving you very easy homework tonight because you wrote a quiz. You only have to do the rest of page 75. Except, at the bottom here, what you have to think about is this. Which letters gave the same decimals? The letters up top, right there, A through H. Second question. Which letters gave opposite decimals? And the third question, why? Everybody cool? And then tomorrow in math class, I will give you an assignment. But that's all you have to do tonight. Can you handle it? I bet you could even get it done in the 8 minutes you have left in class and have no math homework tonight. Challenge accepted. If you're feeling really strong, so let me check something. If you're feeling really strong, you could even throw in the question on page 76, number 6, if you want. But I was going to do that as your warm-up tomorrow. Gouda? Yes. How do you get a decimal when you have an angle? What do you use? Your calculator. That's it. Sine 223. Or whatever it is. Yes.